Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers Masterpiece review thanks to the team over at Robot Kingdom. In today's video we're taking a look at the latest TakaraTomy offering in the Masterpiece line. This is the MP-39 Cybertron Warrior Sunstreaker. This is of course the Lamborghini Countach, the LP500S. Now we're back to collector's coins again, which is good. I don't really know why they decided to stray away from the coins and give us those small miniaturized figures. I'm sure there was some sort of logic to it, but we do have a very fetching coin for Sunstreaker. Not a collector of these myself, but I'm sure a lot of you who do collect these will be glad that they are back. The box is what we've come to expect from TakaraTomy. We have our licensing, etc. on the bottom. We have Sunstreaker on the side. We get various different poses, and then we get a chip chase, and we get his alien mask, and there he is with his brother from another mother. And there are various different options for how we store this in vehicle mode. We have the spoilers. We have these spoilers with the vents. We have a flip up hood, and we also have those classic Lambo doors. Now he comes packaged in a plastic clamshell with everything clearly on display. We also get a second set of the side view mirrors, or the wing mirrors. Now mine actually came with my wing mirrors rattling around inside the box, which was an oddity. They are pretty simple to install. We do get a card for Sunstreaker with his spec on the back there. He's kind of like Mr. Average. Right, out of his plastic prison, let's take a look at the accessories first. First of all, we get the alien mask for him to walk around for Hoist Goes to Hollywood. Nice detailing on that. It's kind of made of a kind of rubbery styled texture. That's a nice mask. We get his gun using those kind of standard Masterpiece style pegs. We get the gun, which is stored in the rear of the vehicle. That does have pegs, so we can mount it in his hands as well. And we get alternative faceplates. Very stern looking face there, and kind of neutral expression. Now chip is actually quite nicely done. It's one of their better figures. It's definitely more detailed than we get with the likes of their Spike. Nice wheelchair there as well, pretty much spot on to the animation. The wheels don't roll though. That's a shame. It's actually very similar to mine. But yeah, chip is pretty good. I mean, especially that face sculpt there. We've got some glasses on. Would have been nice if the glasses would paint it up, but you know, that's not too bad at all. Now Sunstreaker himself, I want to say he's absolutely amazing. Now he's good, but some of the panels just don't line up correctly. Having the same sort of problems that I had with his brother, Sideswipe. It's a gorgeous figure, lovely transformation. Articulation on him is insane. But chopping and changing between the modes, I thought the first couple of times I did it that the panels would then line up a bit better. Maybe I'd put something in the wrong place, but no, they all kind of fold up, and I'm left with the odd gap here and there. Don't get me wrong though, there's so much heft to this guy. It's unbelievable that they've done what they've done. The chrome is gorgeous, albeit easily scratched, and there I am. Look, you can kind of see me there. Like, ooh. It's a very good looking Lamborghini. Here he is with some of his brothers in arms, some of my other Lamborghinis in the collection. This one being that KO version of X-Transbots Stunticon. And of course here he is with his proper brother. Nice, simple, very fast transformation. Not so much. Here he is with the MP-10 mold to show you how he scales in truck form. And my other yellow Lamborghini is the TFC one. I would get Bad Cube's version transformed up, but it's a ruddy nightmare. There's nothing fun and enjoyable about transforming their version up, so he stays in his robot mode. There's plenty of pictures out there of comparisons. The alt mode on Bad Cubes is very, very similar to what we got with the Masterpiece version, but I do prefer the Masterpiece version. Having it both in hand, this one is the better of the two, in my opinion. And for those dino lovers amongst you, for those wanting to know how he scales with some Dinobots, here he is with both Gigapowers and Fans Toys interpretation of Sludge. Right, now let's check out all of the cool features that this vehicle mode can offer. Now, I've already moaned about the lining up of those doors. That's partially due to the fact that they are Lambo style doors and they flip up like so. Unfortunately, there's nowhere really inside for anybody to sit to make use of those doors, but yeah, that's how they flip up. They can just come up nicely and then they go back down and tab in, but they don't really push in as tightly as I would like. Now, the front of the hood can be brought up like so. Again, nothing really beneficial from that. We can't really store anything in there, but it's nice that they've incorporated that option. Coming to the underside, we have the ability to push and reveal the headlamps. That I like. I like the fact that they've incorporated that and it doesn't involve chopping and changing parts. That's just a very nice push from the bottom, and there we have some gorgeous headlamps on the front. Can you believe my son doesn't like this style of Lamborghini? He's like, oh no, I like the Aventador. Modern children, hey, they have no respect for class. Now we have two guns. We have the flare gun and we have the electron pulse gun. The flare gun is nice and easy to store in his vehicle mode. Just slides down into that gap in the roof. Lovely, jubbly, nice and easy. Let's just remove that. Now, to store this in vehicle mode, it's a little bit more complex. Firstly, yes, we can just poke that down into the same hole like so. It does look a little bit weedy in that mode, but there is an option to actually store it in vehicle mode as well. We can just flip this up, open up the doors, bring these side pods down. That now allows us to lift this back piece upwards, and if we bring that all the way back, now using this second hinge, this just folds up and over, so the gun is now fully compressed, and there's a tab just on the inside there. This should be able to just slide down, push and tab in, and then we should, in theory, he says, be able to close all of this back up and over. Bring these in to lock that into place. Bring this one in to lock that in, and then bring the doors down. Dum, 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 dum. There we go. There we have that gun fully stored away in vehicle mode. Rotate these spoiler tabs around, and then we have an anti-aircraft gun just mounted on the back there, and that can go pew 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 and shoot the seekers that are chasing him. And we can just fold that back down and then just bring these back around, tabbing those in. Right, now if you want to transform him up to make him kind of more road legal, we access this rear panel the same way as we did when we installed the gun. So bring these pieces down, and now allows us to bring this piece upwards, flip this piece up and over, bring this back over, collapse this back into the rear spoiler. These can be pushed all the way down and all the way down, so that we now have a yellow section on the top that can be brought back down. These can be pushed down so that they face sideways. That now allows this weapon to slide into that groove piece. That's just going to push and tab down. We can then bring these back up, slide the spoiler piece forwards, bring these tabs outwards, and then from here just bring them down underneath. And there we have him fully transformed up into his kind of road legal version. The gun is nicely tucked away inside there. This isn't quite tabbed in straight, is it? Don't know what I've done there, but you get the idea. It's nice that you don't have to actually do that much to it. It's just a matter of bending that back piece back and flipping everything inside itself. And there we go. I'm going to poke those through just a fraction more. There we go. Now they're fully exposed, and there we go. That's all tucked away in there nicely. Now I don't think I can actually get the gun stored away in this mode. I'll probably pull this back and slide the gun down there somehow, but the peg that we would normally use has all been kind of covered up and hidden away. But I suppose if you made a vehicle kind of road legal, you don't draw attention to it by mounting a cannon on the roof, do we? Right, now from here, let's get him transformed up into his robot mode. Same principle again. You're going to get bored of lifting these doors up before the day is out. Flip the side panels down, and you want to unfold this back piece, unfold, and bring it all the way to the back. Pull away the leg pieces from the front. I'm going to lift this flap up, lift this peg up, and now just bending those legs apart, we can flip this over and just untab this windscreen piece. And with this piece here just flipped up, we're now actually going to move just the windscreen piece all the way around to the rear. Bring this piece down. This piece here can rotate, and that can now be brought down. It's kind of a faux chest. If you've got your smaller gun stored in there, we can just get that out of the way. We're going to bring these side pod sections down, come down to the legs, make sure that this piece is pulled down, bring the foot down, bring this heel spur tab all the way over. You want to bring the foot up and bend it on this hinge. Then need to make sure we wiggle this hinge backwards so it collapses like this. This can then be brought up and forwards. That's going to basically form the foot. Bring these doors outwards, collapse the wing mirror section in, and with that mirror just inside there, the leg can collapse back on itself. Bring this guard down, which forms the inside of the leg, and we can then collapse this outer tab down. As we do so, bring this leg piece around, filling up the gaps in the legs, and finally bring the tabs over on the crotch. Grab these arms, bring them down, and this is all going to form the backpack. These are the shoulders. They can come down nicely on either side of that torso. Lift up the front tab, push this section up here, and ha! There is the face. Bring this down. This can come up. We want to rotate it around like so. So when we collapse it down, it sits straight. There is a tab here. Bring this up. That's actually attached to the hand. You want to pull and extend the arms. Bring the wrist down, and holding on to the hand, we can then bring this piece all the way back, straighten up the arm, bring that around, and there we have a fist, a thumb, and a very scary smiley face. Come over to the backpack section, bring this tab upwards. This is going to come around, this is going to come downwards, and this can come straight. These should, in theory, be able to collapse back on themselves. Bring these tabs outwards, rotate that back in like that, disengage the spoiler piece, rotate this all the way around, bring these pieces back up and over, bring these out and around, and then collapse this down fully. The backpack section fits in to that gap, and then this comes up and tabs into place, and that is an incredibly tidy backpack piece. There we have him. No wonder he's happy. And there they are together. Everybody got rid of this guy to get this guy. Is he worth it? Yes, he's 100 times better. The transformation is not overly complex, but it's nice. It's a fairly enjoyable transformation. Now, I don't like this smug look on his face, but at the end of the day, he has a right to be smug. He's like, haha, I've kind of taken the best bits from 2 third-party releases and made them into a very good looking version of Sunstreaker. Backpack is vastly different. I love the fact that everything transforms with this guy and you don't have to take anything off. There's no real kibble either. I mean, it doesn't look as tidy on top as what we got from Bad Cube, but I think it's a remarkably good figure. And not only is he a pleasure and a delight to transform, but he is absolutely jam-packed with articulation. He is one of the very best articulated figures that I have ever seen from this masterpiece line, and he knocks a lot of the third-party competition out of the market. Easily a contender for the top 2017 releases from Hasbro and Takara. Right, now let's take a look at his articulation. Firstly, the head can look up and down. We have a neck that can bend forwards and backwards as well. We can go left and right, and we can tilt left and right as well. The shoulders, let's remove the gun for now. The shoulders are insane. We have a gorgeous butterfly joint on those shoulders. They can come up to the side as well. We've got forwards and backwards. We have motion on that, so it doesn't hinder it at all. We have an upper bicep rotation. We have not one, but 2 bends on the elbows. The fingers are pinned, but we also have a separate pin for the thumb. There's a nice rotation on those wrists, as well as an up and down motion on the hand itself. The waist can rotate quite nicely, as well as having full rotation on that waist, although we do have this bum panel in the way somewhat. We also get an abdominal crunch on there as well. The hip skirts can get in the way somewhat. Now they can move up and down along with the legs. Legs can come this far forwards, all the way out to the back, up to the side. Did you see how that moved out of the way? Very nice indeed. We have a really deep bend on those knees, and the feet can come up and down. We can tilt side to side. The only thing we don't have is left and right motion on the actual foot itself, but this guy is absolutely jam-packed. It's one of the only masterpiece figures I've had this year that I can't put down. I keep picking him up, messing him around, changing the position of him. He is very nimble indeed, and he can fit into a lot of strange spaces on my collection shelf. I kind of have him like this, and I want to be playing the Pulp Fiction kind of theme tune. He's just got that sort of vibe to him. As gorgeous and as lovely it is to see a happy Autobot, I like to just chop out that head. You want to just get underneath his chin and just ply that face off, and let's put the kind of token stern expression face on and just pop that in like so. There we go. That's probably the one I'll be going for. We can just peg his helmet on. Just slides under the chin and then just pegs in over the ears. There we go. There's the that's brilliant. He's not without his flaws. As you can see, the paint is a tad sloppy around these windows. It always seemed to be around the windows, doesn't it? Much like they did with Bumblebee and Sideswipe. And this arm doesn't really want to hold up the weight of his gun fully. It does slowly make its way back down, but that was just the position I had it in. All in all, he is a gorgeous figure and very difficult to floor, really. I mean, all that he's missing is a flight stand, because he can pull off some incredible poses. Unfortunately, he is limited due to his balance. If we had a flight stand on there as well, then he would be perfect. Quick scale comparison along with Sideswipe and Prime. Excellent scaling, if I do say so myself. And here he is alongside Megatron, to give you an idea how he fares with the Decepticons. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The latest offering from TakaraTomy is part of their masterpiece line, the MP-39 Sunstreaker. In my opinion, one of the very best masterpiece figures to date. Absolutely love that they've just brought this out, and it's absolutely obliterated the competition. Yes, that is a faux chest. A lot of people don't like the faux chest option, but I love how everything stays together when you transform it. There are various different options. You can move those different pieces on his vehicle mode to get the kind of road legal version and what we all know and love. I love the fact that we get the little chip chase dude with the iffish detail. But all in all, it's a true masterpiece. I really do love this figure. Hope you found this video useful. If you have, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, share, and of course subscribe. I've included a link in the description below where this can be ordered over at Robot Kingdom. And until next time, from myself and Sunstreaker, thanks for watching. Goodbye.